Now here's what it takes to get to $10,000 a month with this process. Let's say you sourced a list of 60 people to reach out to and it took you 2 hours to do that. That means that in total, it took you 2 minutes per profile. Then you consider the time you spent messaging these prospects. Let's say it took you a total of 4.5 hours to send all of these messages. Well, that means the average time per message sent was 3 minutes. So now you're at 5 minutes spent per contacted person in total, considering both steps. 2 minutes of finding the profile and 3 minutes of sending the messages. Obviously, you do these in bulk as separate activities, but when brought together, it's 5 minutes per potential client. Now you have to figure out how many messages do you need to send in order to get a response. So let's say that for every 6 messages you send, you get 1 reply. 5 minutes to send a message times 6 messages, which means your total time per reply is 30 minutes. Now, how many replies do you need in order to get a meeting? Let's say you need 8 replies. Well, 30 minutes per reply times 8 replies equals 4 hours. So in total, you need 4 hours in order to secure a meeting. Now, how many meetings do you need in order to secure 1 client? Let's say you have to take 5 meetings to close 1, which means 4 hours to get a meeting times 5 meetings. That means that in total, you'd have to invest 20 hours to close your first paying clients. 20 hours. How does that sound to you? Investing 20 hours up front in order to get paid $500 to $2,000 a month every single month. And I personally think that's worth the effort, right? Now, all the numbers I used here are very realistic, but let's say because this is the first time that you're doing this, it's gonna take you a little bit of practice. You're gonna have to figure out the ropes, etc., etc. So let's double it. Let's say 40 hours to sign your first client. And now let's even go a step further. Let's say after you sign your first client, you dedicate 4 hours of your day to outreach and 3 hours of your day to service delivery. That's way more than you need for service delivery, by the way. Now, in case you don't have 3 hours for service delivery because you work a full-time job or study full-time, I'm gonna show you how to get this done for you by someone else in step 7. This way you can get it down to only 2 hours per week that you have to spend on service delivery. But for now, let's call it 4 hours for outreach and 3 hours for service delivery. Then you manage to get your outreach time down to 20 hours, as in the first example I gave. In 5 working days, you are gonna sign your second client and do it for 1 more week and you sign your third client and do it for 1 month consistently, and you already have 4 clients paying you anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 per month, because now you also have more experience and have the confidence to charge more. So let's take the average between the two and say that your average retainer is now $2,000 per month. If you work for 60 days on this and manage to sign a new client every 12 days at $2,000, you will already be at $10,000 a month. And that's extrapolating by more than double than our original calculation of 5 days to close a client working 4 hours a day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why this is the most simple, straightforward, and the least riskiest way to get to $10,000 a month. You put together a list of potential clients, you reach out to them, you book a meeting with the ones that reply, and you jump on a meeting and sign them as clients. And then you rinse and repeat until you get to $10,000 a month. And by the way, the process of getting to $100,000 a month is exactly the same. You just need more clients or at a higher monthly retainer. Now, to make this much in a regular job takes lots of qualifications, decades of work experience, and slave-like hours. But when you start a service-based business, or an agency as I call it, making $100K a year is the norm. Now, usually when my students get to this part of the process, their number one question is, well, how do I get paid? And quite frankly, this is the easiest part of the process, so let me show you how. All you need to do is create a Stripe account, and in case Stripe isn't available in your country, you can use other payment processors such as PayPal or Payoneer. Then all you have to do is connect Stripe to an invoicing software, for example, Simple Invoices, or I personally use Agency Flow. Now, I'm the founder of Agency Flow, so obviously I'm a little biased about it, but lets you send invoices, communicate with clients, track your outreach efforts, and basically everything you need to run an agency. But anyways, once you connect Stripe to the invoicing platform of your choice, all you have to do is this. Once you're on a Zoom meeting with your potential customer, you pitch them on your services. A majority of people get stuck here and overthink how much they should charge. My advice is just keep it stupid simple. Start with $1,000, then work your way up to $2,500 as you sign more clients. And inside of Agency Navigator, I teach you exactly how to structure performance-based billing models, which will make your client retainers go from $2,000 a month to $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. And personally, my biggest retainer that I ever had in my 6-year journey of running an agency was $46,000 in a single month build. And in fact, we've even had 2 students that have managed to surpass that mark. But that is a conversation for another day. So when first starting out, keep it simple and just charge $1,000 a month. Then once you've pitched the service and your potential client has agreed to work with you, all you have to do is send them an online invoice with the invoicing software you've set up. Then they'll pay it and voila, Congratulations, you have your first paying client.